Hi guys, so we're going to do some more companion planting today. So I've got lettuce and radish. So I'm going to explain the companion planting again. So it's really good to plant things together that have benefits to each other. So I'm going to explain this a bit further. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant a line of lettuces here. Now lettuces are going to grow quite big. So what we want to do is we want to plant small things underneath the lettuces that don't need a lot of sun. For example, if we were to plant a row of lettuces here and put small things that can grow underneath the leaves, but they were a plant vegetable that needed sun, they're not going to grow. The lettuce is going to grow quite big. They're going to block out all of the sun. So the radishes really don't like sunlight. So effectively, the lettuces are going to be a bit of an umbrella for the radishes, and they're going to protect the radishes, and the radishes will thrive underneath leafy greens. So that's a really good tip there, that if you have got space underneath your leafy greens, is to plant radishes underneath. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant the lettuces in the middle, and yet again, we don't need a lot of special tools. I can just use my fingers. I can just draw a little line like that. Now, when we're planting the lettuces, a little bit deeper than that. When we're planting the lettuce, we're going to spread the seeds quite sparsely, as we have to remember that they're going to grow quite large. So they need space. They're going to be needing space to grow. Just to get all the seeds out. Quite a lot in here. So I'm just going to take a couple at a time. So these are the lettuce seeds, and I'm just going to take a couple and sprinkle them quite sparsely along the line. Guys, so that's all of our lettuce seeds in. So we're just going to pat over the compost and cover the seeds up so we can't see them. Again, no tools needed, just your hands. Brilliant. So when everything is all planted today, we're just going to give the bed a fine water. And as I said before, the reason why we don't want to drown the seeds, we don't want to wash them away, we want them to stay where they are. So when the lettuces do begin to grow, you're going to need to thin them out, because there's not going to be enough space for, more than a few good sized lettuces here. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at which ones are bigger, and you're going to take the small ones out, and you can use them in your salads, and it's just going to give space for the bigger ones to continue to grow, and that's the thinning out process there. So the other important thing, as I always mention, is your wooden sticks. As I said before, no plastic sticks to use for labelling, as they're going to fragment. So we're just going to label our lettuces. And just pop it there so we know what's where. So we're going to do our companion planting now with our radishes, and same thing again. I'm just going to use my fingers, no special tools needed, and do 2 lines of radishes, which are going to grow nicely underneath the shade of our leafy lettuces. So they're going to become quite good friends as such. That's the way I like to describe the companion planting, because as I said again, the radishes hate the sun, so the leafy green lettuce is going to do a really good job of protecting our radishes. So yet again, I'm just going to tip it out, no tools needed. So these are our radish seeds. Yeah, that's what they look like. So I'm just going to split them in half as such, and I'm just going to sprinkle the radish seeds all along the line, just as simple as that really. I'll put a few more because there's a few more there, and do another line here. So start from the bottom and just sprinkling the seeds out, just making it nice and simple like that. And yet again, no special tools, we're just going to pat down the compost over the seeds and cover them up. Ooh, I've got a few that have gone stray there. There we go. Just like that. And the same thing with the radishes. When the radishes begin to grow, you're going to want to do the thinning out process again. So getting the smaller ones out and using them in your salads or however you like to use your radishes, and just leaving the bigger ones room to grow. So they've got enough space. And yet again, we're going to use our wooden sticks and we're going to label our radishes, because as much as we think, guys, that we're going to remember what we planted where, believe you me, I did it last year and I didn't, honestly. So I do recommend always labelling everything that you plant, and then there's no room for error whatsoever. I'm going to label the other side. Brilliant. And that's done. There we go. Both of these, the radish and the lettuce, will be ready in about 3 months' time. So yet again, brilliant for companion planting, because they're going to be ready at the same time and dug up together, which is really good.